They follow you! Oh my god! Make them stop! What's up, everyone? Welcome back to TQuenos. I'm your host, Sobrelia Joy, and today we're gonna go over another fun VTuber accessory app that's gonna spice up your streams and add some fun viewer interaction. Getting your community involved in your streams and affecting what's actually happening on screen can be a really fun change of pace and get people coming back to participate. Whether that's making the streams more enjoyable or simply bullying you in fun and creative ways, channel points have been a thing since channel bots first arrived on Twitch, way back in like 2010. People used to gamble with them, play fun minigames, or even make things happen in game, which was super uncommon for the Minecraft community. I don't know if anybody remembers Lucky Blocks. Those were a big thing. They were so fun back in the day. I'm really showing my streamer age right now. With the implementation of channel points directly on Twitch and being able to utilize a single API for developing games, devs have gone wild in creating fun and exciting ways for chat to interact with viewers. With the implementation of channel points directly on Twitch and being able to utilize a single API for developing games, devs have gone wild in creating fun and exciting ways for chat to interact with streamers. Being a VTuber adds an extra layer onto this since you already live in a digital space. But before we get into that, consider liking and subscribing. Did you know 89% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed? Let's change that. Let's get right into it then, shall we? Today's tool is brought to us by Melon Speedruns over on Twitter. They've developed a pretty cool tool called the Twitch Integration for Avatars, or if you prefer to not sound like a robot when talking about it, we can call it TIFA. Like we showed at the beginning of the video, this adds the ability for your chat to assault you with squeaky toys, beach balls, throw a box on you, and even give you a little snack if you choose. It's a fun and easy way to get people to start using their channel points. I should preface this with that TIFA only works with VRM and VSF models, and you may experience some difficulties, which I will explain later in the video. You can grab the app for a small fee over on the itch.io page. I believe it's $7.50 right now. That's linked below. Get that downloaded and extract the folder to wherever you keep all your VTuber apps. For this video, I'm just gonna make a folder and extract it to the desktop. I personally recommend opening TIFA before you open any other VTuber apps, as there is no configuration to this app whatsoever. It is what it is. You get what you pay for, which is ironic given that like VC Face and VTube Reflect are free and they work pretty seamlessly, but if you, remember in my VTuber Reflect video where I said the default VMC port can get congested and not work properly? Yeah, TIFA lives on that port, and you can't change it. There's no configs. I asked the dev about it on Twitter, and they were rather rude to me when I asked for more UI options and more configurability for the usability of the app. But what are you gonna do? Besides not use the app. So I just want this to be out there that the app's probably not getting more options than what's already here. The developer's pretty set in stone about keeping it very simple, and I just want to show off the app for people who have very simple setups or are willing to deal with the specific orders in which you need to open things, because it is a fun app. The best way around this is always open TIFA first if you're going to be using it for your streams. Just always open it first. First off, if you want objects to collide with your avatar directly, you're going to need to go into Unity and add VRM spring bone colliders to all of the bones you want to collide with, even if you're using like dynamic bones for your dynamics. This is how the objects are colliding within TIFA, is that specific component. Make sure you use them directly on the bones and not just on like the armature layer or the top layer. I would just go with head, chest, and hands for just bare basics, and that should get you in every direction that you want to be in, really. Once that's all set, just re-export your model again. It can be VSF or VRM. After that, open up TIFA, and you're going to need to create the channel points redeems for your channel so viewers can claim rewards. You need to put these into your channel points redeems exactly as they're spelled out in TIFA, or else they will not work. You can set the prices to whatever you want, but they have to be exactly the same. I should also point out, though, that you don't need all of them. So if you don't like the box falling down, or you don't like the feed one, you don't need to make that one. It will only look for the ones that are made. Next, you're gonna need your Twitch ID number. This is different than your username and can only be got through the Twitch API. Linked below is a link to Streamweasels, who have a convenient tool for getting your user ID via your username. Just copy that and paste it into the text box on TIFA, and this should save automatically, so no need to do it every time. Now would be a good time to open up your primary VTuber app. For me, this is VSeeFace. Just make sure that whatever you're using has a VMC output, much like the VTube Reflect. It's really simple. Just go to the VSeeFace general settings, scroll down to VMC/OSC settings, and turn on the sending portion. Your IP should be set to 127.0.0.1, which is your local computer, and then the port should be 39539, which it should be by default, but if you change it for another app, this is what I'm talking about. This cannot be changed in TIFA, so it has to be default in VSeeFace. Now, once more, head over to TIFA, take note of the controls in the upper right, or screenshot them if you need, because they're about to go away and you can't bring them back unless you restart the app. Click Load VSF/VRM, locate your model, and you should be good to go. Go ahead and test your tracking, click on the spacebar or the C button to test some of the throwing stuff, and you should be good to go. You can go to your channel and claim a few channel points yourself to even test to make sure those are working properly. Position the camera however you would like using basic controls, and go ahead and open up OBS. All you need to do is simply change your VTuber game capture to the TIFA app game capture. Make sure transparency is enabled, and you should be good to go. Have fun getting abused by your viewers. Honestly, it's a real fun time, but before I wrap up the video, I do want to cover some cons. As I've said a few times in this video, the dev isn't very open to adding more options to the app under the guise of keeping it simple. This brings a whole new slew of issues like ports colliding and being able to change it. It took me a few days to figure out why the app suddenly stopped working, and it was around the time I switched to using face tracking with the iPhone. And then I finally figured out that you had to launch them in a specific order in order for it to work again. It wasn't until VTube Reflect came out that I was like, oh, it is the ports conflicting. Another problem you may run into is lighting. Whether you're using VSeeFace's more advanced effects, or like ambient occlusion, or you are using VTube Reflect, you're kind of out of luck when it comes to using TIFA, as you can't like chain outputs from VMC so that the lighting goes into the TIFA app. And the lighting based in TIFA is the bare bones minimum that you get in VSeeFace. The workaround to this kinda is just use the filters effects like I showed in this video, but you know, it's a workaround. If you like VTube Reflect, you're gonna have to choose between the two. But that's it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more awesome VTuber tutorials. Go check out our community Discord to hang out, and try catching us live sometime at twitch.tv/tqueenos. We're gonna head out of here and figure out how to open up this mysterious giant door that all these crows seem to be fixated on. Peace out! This is unfortunately a feature of the OpenVR SDK. Well, this is our life now, but whatever. Consuming memory is a feature! It's a feature!